Alright, whatever you're doing, I want you to stop right now and look at this woman place a lasagna in her dishwasher.
Just gotta make sure I wrap it really well or else the food will get wet.
With the dishwasher reaching a temperature of 170 degrees, the lasagna will be fully cooked in 1.5 hours.
And I can't even make a joke about this because the guy talks about eating the lasagna and he describes its flavor as W-A-T-E-R. Whatever. Hello, Internet. Today we're looking at Extreme Cheapskates because I have creative block and I don't know what else to make. You know, I was thinking about it, and it's very interesting that this show ended up coming to its popularity around the same time as the 2008 recession. I'm not saying it's a coincidence, but I'm not surprised that people started doing nutty things around the time that they lost all their homes and all their money and they lost their jobs and the stock market crashed. I don't know, it's just a coincidence that that happened and then this happened.
I do believe that laundry detergent does run a scam on people.
Needless to say, I would say that using a syringe to get out detergent looks like it's for something else rather than, you know, actually getting extra detergent out. Also, I don't know, that just seems very dangerous. It seems like there's a chance for some... Also, where'd you get the syringe? So apparently this lady's a nurse or in some kind of medical field, which means she would know how to properly care and keep things clean. But we are going to find out that that is not the case, and it is real raggedy. I've never heard the conspiracy of big detergent before, so that's a new one. I'm very excited about that. You know, I ended up covering Extreme Cheapskates today because my father is actually one of these people. He's actually a hoarder. He's kind of like a cross between one of these people in the show and Steven Seagal. Not like 90s Steven Seagal, more like the, you know, the Gravy Seals Steven Seagal. I know things might look clean in this video, but I assure you that if I showed you what it looked like upstairs, you'd be like, how has Diesel lived like this for the past 23 years of his human existence?
And I would say, I don't.
Anyway, I need to get that out in a video because if I didn't, I was gonna go nuts. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe so you can find out more horrendously embarrassing things about my growing up in my position.
Lint from the dryer, first off because it's clean. Secondly, I don't have to buy cotton swabs. So I use it to remove my nail polish, my makeup. I'm using the lint right now to apply my compact powder.
There's random hairs in that lint lady. I know it might be clean, but I feel like there's better ways to go about this. And when you think about it, a cotton swab is like, how much is a bag of cotton swabs? Like $3? You're gonna notice with a lot of these, there's a couple things. One is that sometimes the show's lying, right? The producers actually make them do crazy shit for money on the show. That's true, that actually happens, right? The producers want to create something engaging, so they'll redo it and do it over and over and over again. It's not 100% real. This lady, though, I think is real. And we're gonna see some stuff that I would say is a lot less funny and a lot more abusive. But right now, I just want us all to notice that her nails are did. It looks like her hair is did. And you know what? Those cost money. Those cost a lot of money, actually. So like, come on. If you have the money to get your nails done, why don't you, well, do this next thing that you don't do?
Stephanie has countless money-saving tactics. By using just one light bulb that she moves from room to room, she saves more than $60 a month on her electric bill.
I will say that is one way to cut the cost of an electric bill. But would it kill you to get some candles around there? Like, that seems like a fire hazard. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a fire hazard because you're not using any electricity. She's living like it's 1886. I will say, if you work at a doctor's office, right, and you're saving this much money by living like an insane person, why don't you just, like, raise your standard of living because you have a job that pays enough? That's the point of working a better job, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I live frugally. You know, I'm a stingy motherfucker. You guys ever see the app Yanab, right? I started using that, and now I know where all my money goes. I plan out my entire month in advance. It's great. I love it. Not a sponsor. I just actually love it. But this is like, this is not okay. This is unsafe. Like, it's just unsafe.
She doesn't want to spend nothing. It's just ridiculous. But I do it because I love Stephanie, so.
Yo, I love the boyfriend in this video. He's such a wholesome man. He's like She's butt fucking sane, but I still care about her. And all I can think as I'm watching this is like, man, it ain't that good. It ain't that good. Just get out. Get out. Save yourself. Unless you want to be living like Benjamin Franklin. Like, no, don't do that to yourself. Another weird production quirk with this one is that this lady is such an extreme cheapskate that the production crew couldn't plug their lights in while they were on set, right? So she's lit with her bulb. Like, they actually couldn't do any lighting. So they're just going around with the camera in the dark. Maybe they got like a bounce board behind that light, which is just a big white board to reflect the light back on her face, because it is pretty bright. But I don't see any extra lights there aside from that one. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
We have what we call Navy showers.
I'm not allowed to take long showers because Stephanie wants to save water for the water bill. I go in, turn the water on, rinse my body off.
Cut the water off. Lather your body down. Make sure you get every area so you don't miss anything, because you can't come back to it.
Turn it back on, rinse the soap off my body.
Listen, man, I'm not somebody to encourage like reckless spending. I don't want to be that guy, right? I really think that you could do things to improve your life status, you know. So my dad does a thing that I like to call stepping over dollars to pick up dimes, right? So my dad actually saves those plastic disposable cups to reuse them later. And like, maybe that's like cool once, but like the third time when there's like creatures growing on the bottom of the cup, like I throw it out. I throw it out because it's insane. Don't keep the cup. It's plastic, it's garbage, or it's paper. He keeps the paper cups. It's paper. You know what happens when you put water and leave it in a paper cup for a long time? The cup melts. You know, we're mocking these people right now for doing this, right? But you know that there's plenty of people that live like the whole Silicon Valley hipster lifestyle, and they do the same thing. I think this is a fine idea if you want to conserve water because you care about the environment and that's something that matters to you. But like, if you couldn't give a single flying fuck what happened to the environment, just burn your body with all the hot water, just turn on your coal stove and start burning everything down. Just do it. Because this is insane. This is too much for too little reward. We're talking about saving $3, $10 here or there, when you could be saving more money if you just, you know, got like power saving bulbs, and then you'd also be able to enjoy the fact that you live in a place with a roof and heating. I'm just trying to get everyone to realize that there is advantageous ways to save money that are reasonable. You know, I consider myself a minimalist. I don't spend money on a lot of consumer products. And then there are ways to ruin your life by saving money. This lady is going to kill her family with some of the things she's doing.
My family feels that my cheapskate ways are out there, but I don't really care. This is my reusable boiling water.
Reusable boiling water. Oh boy, I thought my father was nuts. This is insane. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Lady, you can't even tell me that, oh, it's chunky, but it's still okay. Bro, I don't care how sanitized it is by the fact that you boiled it 3 times. You put pasta in there 1 week, and you put something else in there another week. I don't want that. I don't want to have that. Why would you give your kids that? Speaking of, I think the boyfriend might be picking up a used save file, so there's another man in the picture that just, he got up and ran. He's like, I can't do this anymore. I want to be able to use heating, not 3 layers in the winter. You know, just things like that. She must really drive him off. Could you imagine what a dating life was like?
I know it may be a little chunky, but it saves me from spending more money on my water bill by cutting on the water and putting more water in the pot, dumping it, and then doing it all over again. So that saves my water. Lunchtime. Come on, let's eat.
When are you gonna change that water?
I'll change it in due time. Just don't rush me, because the more you ask me that, the longer I have to keep it.
I'll never ask you that again.
Is it okay to say that she's like a Karen, right? 'Cause she gives off major Karen vibes. She just got that Karen vibe going down, you know? It's like, if you're gonna mock me for my reusable boiling water, then I'm just gonna make you drink a cup of my 3 times reused boiling water.
Well, whatever you don't eat, I'm gonna say. I am able to make the most of every food and drink that we have in this house by reusing.
Oh no. No. The ranch you put on a plate is not reusable, lady. That's just not, this is beyond unsanitary. See, if this house still acts like this in post-pandemic times, like literally, if one of the kids gets COVID, they're all sick. They're just all sick because they put all the COVID in the ranch bottle to spray out on their salads. What are you doing? I think in a post-pandemic world, this video from the early 2000s appears even stranger.
If it doesn't get all drunk up, I pour it back.
Why don't you just save the meals that they didn't eat? Like, you could just save the pasta dinner or the pasta lunch for dinner. You don't need to separate the ingredients so that way you can save each ingredient to make something later. Just eat your leftovers, lady.
If it doesn't get all slopped up, I put it back in its container. I'm gonna save this pasta sauce for the next spaghetti dinner.
No. Don't be describing food with no adjectives or verbs like slopped up, okay? Don't be describing your pasta as slopping it, okay? I don't want to be slopping no pasta. I want to eat my pasta. If I'm slopping my pasta, that means it's time to replace the reusable boiling water. Another thing about my dad, so in the winter he boils water to produce more heat in our kitchen, right? And he sometimes doubles down by boiling some hot dogs in the boiling water to heat up the house. You know, the more I talk about this, the more I'm like, how have I dealt with this? and I should say, my family wouldn't be broke and stepping over these dollars to pick up dimes, except for the fact that my dad didn't do taxes for like 8 years. Really, a lot of these things, even with the extreme cheapskates, they're like their own prisoners of their invention, right? They just choose to make their lives awful, and they have just made dumb decisions all on their own, right? Like, when we're talking about $3 difference from ingredients for food, we are approaching a level of insanity here. Like, why don't you just buy store brand? Why don't you just, conserve water the normal way by not brushing your teeth with the sink on, and conserve electricity by replacing your bulbs with reusable bulbs and finding more alternative ways to do that? But I don't know. It's the early 2000s. It's a different time. Frosted Tips were still in. Limp Bizkit was still cool. I don't know. If you have enough money where you could raise your standard of living a little bit and then put the rest aside, do that. It's not that hard. I don't really make a lot doing YouTube. Commentary pays like ass. But I put money away because I don't spend all my money, because I'm able to at least live at home, and I need to put the money away now so that way in a year I can start paying off my student debt so I'm not, in debt until I die.
Patrick really wants to have a football party. I am very unhappy about people coming over to our house.
I really begged her to have people over, and to be honest with you, like, hands and knees.
Having people over to the house means Stephanie's pockets are getting dug into, and I do not like that.
What are you saving the money for, right? Right, Stephanie? Stephanie, if you had some goals, some goals you wanted to achieve with these frugality, insanity habits, then I'd be like, okay, it's reasonable, right? She's like, I want to travel the world, no expenses given, I want to live laps of luxury, that stuff. I'd be like, okay, right? Or if she's like, yeah, I got $1 bagillion in debt I need to pay off, so I'm living like this, I'd be like, okay. But this man's just wants to have a football party, right? What do you need to do? Plug in the TV and make some get some chips. We're talking about $20. $20 to spend time with friends. Patrick, run away. Run away! You're too sweet for this.
I'm not gonna change what I do to impress your friends. You wanted this party. You know how things go in our house.
Come on.
No.
Visitors.
Dollars, cents.
Look at that face right there. Look at that face. That is the face of a man that is defeated. That he's like, my mama always said that crazy was too much for me to handle. I didn't listen to her. Here I am. Stephanie yelling at me with her reusable plastic fork. I wonder how much her cost of the plastic utensils that all get thrown out is actually costing them. Because I feel like after a certain point, using plastic utensils instead of reusable, like stainless steel and then regular plates, might actually just be more expensive than washing those things.
I'm just not with the whole people coming over thing. I feel very uncomfortable hosting a football party at our house, but I love Patrick.
I love Patrick, but I don't want him to have friends, do anything. Take showers longer than 5 minutes. Enjoy being alive. Enjoy any of the comforts of a first world living. You know, there are people that literally do not have electricity. But these motherfuckers live in America and they choose not to live with electricity. Oh my god. You know, because I have family that works in social services, right? I've met and grown up around people, you know, that are genuinely broke, right? And the thing is that those people all had electricity and had utensils. You know, sometimes bullet holes went through the windows, you know, that was a thing. But, you know, they still made sure that they took advantage of things at their disposal, like the internet and lights. I just like the idea. It's like Patrick's trying to do some like manual labor in the dark because she needs the light bulb to make her disgusting food in the kitchen.
Probably only need about 3 of these. My bananas, I'm not going to eat the whole of the banana. I eat the banana itself.
By removing the peels, pits, and stems from fruits and vegetables before they're weighed at the register, Stephanie saves up to $3 per shopping trip.
But this lady's peeling off bananas, saying, well, you know what, I only eat the inside of the banana. It's like Stephanie. You know, a real advantageous cheapskate would realize that those banana peels make really good defense mechanisms against thieves. You wouldn't want somebody breaking into your home to steal your one light bulb, stealing your baby monitor that you plug in so that way you could yell at your boyfriend for taking more than a 3-minute long shower. I really just feel bad for the boyfriend. Like, I feel like he is just crying for help in this video. Hold on. Stephanie's got some tattoos. You know, I got some tattoos. This tattoo is expensive. The tattoo on my back is expensive. This tattoo was expensive. This tattoo was like $100. Stephanie, what are you doing? That's not what a cheapskate would do. What are you doing, Stephanie?
I'm going to be making a lasagna.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to need some ground beef. By any chance, if you have any other ground beef that's already left over.
It's all sold. We sell it on a daily basis, fresh all the time.
Okay, and so there's nothing that would expire?
Oh, no,
or
man.
about to expire?
No, man. We don't sell expired product here.
So this is the part that absolutely blows my mind, is that she was like willing, like she was actually ready. She's like, you know what? I am going to go buy rotten meat for my family to eat in a lasagna. Lady, you got kids. You got to at least spend some money there, you know, on their food budget. I'm sorry. That is important. You know, having growing children and ensuring that they can live and have healthy food at their disposal should be more important to you than your monthly budget. So for the love of God, do not be feeding your fucking family no rotten meat, okay? That's disgusting. You want to go do that on your own, go right ahead. But you got kids, man. You got to change up your priorities a little bit.
What your beef fat looks like?
Sure, I'll be right back.
All right.
Excuse me a second.
Thank you. Wow, and how much would 2 pounds of the beef fat be?
Let me cut a piece off and we'll get close to 2 pounds as we can, all right?
Okay.
1.97.
And how much is that?
$2.53, ma'am.
I will take the beef fat.
That's gonna be a disgusting lasagna. We're gonna cut the lasagna's cost down by replacing the beef with beef fat. Have you guys ever bitten into like a big piece of fat inside a burger? Oh god. I'm gonna actually choke because it's just got that awfulness. I am actually. Oh shit. That's not even. I'm not memeing. It's real. Okay. Let's not even acknowledge that and move on.
I have my ground beef over here. I'm going to stretch out the beef by adding the rest of this, or whatever's left from this, to stretch it out for the lasagna.
By supplementing the meat with the beef fat, Stephanie saved 75% on the ingredients for her lasagna.
Lady, don't be lying to yourself thinking that like, this looks delicious. I can't wait to eat this. Don't do that to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You're lying. You're lying. I know you're lying.
Who else might put these dishes in here while I'm The lasagna's in the dishwasher and it's cooking. Fish, hot dogs, lasagna, I'm telling you. I do it all the time.
Oh my god. You know what, guys, when I become president of America and subsequently president of the world, right, I am going to ensure that every young person is required to take a health food class, right, so that way they don't do this shit to their family, and a financial literacy course, so they don't take out 40 credit cards and then end up having to live like this lady, okay? I refuse to let other people on earth. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm libertarian as hell. You know, do as you want if you're not hurting anybody. But I refuse to allow somebody to massacre the Italian food culture that is the lasagna.
Main course.
Yeah, this whole thing.
Yeah, it's good, right?
To be cooked in a dishwasher? The lasagna tastes like water. W-A-T-E-R, water.
Look at the friends and family sitting around there going, she fucking pulling a lasagna out of the dishwasher? Why would you ever agree to eat her cooking if she did that? I'm sorry, if I went to somebody's house and I saw them do that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. I ate before I came here. You know, I understand you guys like to save money, so I didn't want to, you know, intrude. You know, you guys save that for yourself. You know, just whatever I could do to get out of eating dishwasher lasagna. You know, Stephanie seems like the kind of person, right, where she could save, like, $10,000 a year on her electricity bill by switching to solar power. She wouldn't do it because the upfront cost would appear to be too much, right? Even though long-term the investment would be less than that of paying for electricity normally, right? Math, guys, it's crazy. Man, there needs to be an intervention. Even the kids are like, lasagna bad. Lasagna bad. If a child is saying that, it's a bad lasagna. Okay, from the mouth of babes, speak nothing but truth. I tried to find out what happened to this lady, or where she is now, and if her buying rotten meat poisoned her. But I couldn't find out what happened to her. I will say, though, that some of these things are faked. Believe it or not, who knew that TLC would lie? It's supposed to be real. But that's the magic of television, where they don't actually tell you the truth. Though her attitude towards all of this, it does appear to be real. Anyway, guys, my name's FPS Diesel. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell and get out of here.